there's a nice buck in there. Get ready. There's a forkhorn and a bigger buck.
Come on, Adam, shoot this sucker.
No shot or what? I had to stay on him. Get him? Did he go down? Yeah, I didn't see him.
Right behind that bush, base of the bush. Three ran away. There was four there.
I don't see him. That one's a little spike.
Big buck right over there. You up there shooting that?
Yeah. Did you get him? So he's still going?
Right the telephone pole. You want to drive down the road a little bit?
Well, there's a spike right there too.
Got a whole group of deer, got a big buck and a herd of does up on this hillside and a smaller buck down at the bottom. Big buck and the does are still up here. Dale's now setting up on the bigger buck, hopefully. Just wait, he got one. You see the buck? I did. He turned. He's gone. Alright. Adam got one buck down. Dale's pushing forward. Big buck is still hanging out there. I think he's right behind this bush. Come on, come on, come on. Show yourself. Get him, Dale, get him. That might be him there. Yeah.
He was the buck that's right in front of that one, right below it.
Oh, he was all the way up there. Below the dead tree?
Yeah, below. So if you go down the dead tree, go down to the next big tree. He was standing right in front of that big tree looking down at us.
I would almost think hop off the road, sneak up to that tree, and look back up again.
You see the 2 does milling around there?
Yeah, I still see the deer, the does are still hanging. That means that buck's still there. Last time we saw him, he was up 3/4 of the ridge and just tucked over.
Yeah. I was wondering if he was going to follow those does back down.
I don't think they're. So look, this is where we're at.
Yeah.
We could do 2 things. We could hop back in the truck and drive to here, and you could shoot back this way. Or we could hop, see this ditch? Go get in the ditch and sneak up to that tree, and then you could see back up again. Or we could just wait right here and see if he comes back out.
Yeah.
Your call.
I swear I see a deer body behind that bush, but it hasn't moved yet. Behind that tree.
The last time we saw the buck. See the dead tree? See the dead tree?
See, their does are coming this way.
Okay.
The last time I saw the buck, he was right where that doe's at, but then I think when he shot, he took off. He's got a 2-point down right there. There's another deer moving. Come on, buddy, where'd you go?
There's a doe. I can't. There's another doe, but the one I'm on right now, I think is at least a big 2-point. See him on the screen? Got Dale down on the bottom. I think he's on this buck. I heard one shot. I don't know if it was a clean miss, and he's waiting to see what's happening or what. He's turning now. Dale must not be able to see him from this angle. There he turns. Can't see him now. Got Dale down here on the bottom. There's Dale on the gun. Got one down. I seen that. We can see him up there. Yeah, there's 3 here.
And there's a 2-point up there.
Yeah, I saw the 2 points. I was wondering if that's what you were shooting at.
No.
So you got a bigger buck down.
That bigger buck should be down up there.
We gotta come check this out.
We will, just... My fat ass is ready to cave in.
We made it up to the buck. The rest of the herd is coming out of the bottom. It's some steep country. I'm sure the screen won't do it justice. But it is steep. Steep, steep, steep.
Oh, dude.
Is it a little one?
See him piled up on that?
I can't even see him.
Not exactly a little one.
Good.
No, he doesn't look like a little one.
Sweet.
Alright guys, this is pretty wild. I've never seen this in all the animals I've ever shot. But I knew he made a lot of noise when he piled up. If you look closely, you see a leg hanging down. You see his nose, his butt. He's all tangled up in that tree.
He's cradled in the tree right on a rock ledge.
Oh, that's gonna be dangerous. You got one, Dale.
Got one.
Look at that. Wow.
Alright guys, here is his final resting place. Told you before, I knew I heard a loud crash after I shot. He ran just a little ways down the hill, and this is why there was such a loud crash. It's kind of good this branch was here because he probably fallen off and broke his antlers off.
And here's the view from the top. That tree just barely caught him. This is straight up and down. Alright, we're starting to demise a plan here. Tying off some rope to a tree. Dale's down here breaking the branches to get to him. So you can tie onto his back legs. We're going to have a safety. We're going to have two ropes. One that's tied on as a safety in case anything goes wrong. And then use the other one to hopefully heave and hoe him up to a flat spot. There's not really any flat spots anywhere, but at least heave and hoe him out of the tree. And if I guess if we need to leave him, we might tie up his antlers so that he can't slide down the hill. That'd probably be a good idea. Up and out of the tree, and we're going to tie him off to his rack and just keep him there and cut him up in pieces. Because there's no way we're getting this thing off this steep mountain.
We're going to want to try to get his horns about to where you're standing.
Horns to me.
Don't wrap anything around your hands.
Yeah. Don't, if anything went, it just yanks out of your hands, not cut them off.
Are we drinking water, Josh? Have we been drinking any water?
Water, no. Not enough. Okay, here we go. Shoot a smaller one next time, Dale.
Yep.
Son of a gun.
Okay, let's regroup. Get the slack out.
Want to hold him here?
I got him.
Okay.
I got him.
Why don't we just leave him right here and swing his head around?
Yep.
And let's take this and tie it to the freaking rack. Okay. Why don't you and him grab the rack, and I'll pull out the slack and then tie it up, and we just get his head right to here, then we can work on him.
Yep.
Make sense?
I would keep it loose until you get him where you want him and then tie it up, because I can't cinch my knot. Mine's just solid.
We're just gonna freaking swing him is all we're doing. You good?
I think that's good. Let's time off. What a big body deer. Look at that thing. Gonna need another freezer.
All right. I think we got our plans working out.
Okay. You ain't going anywhere.
Nope. Got him safed off.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Tied off to a tree. Had to been a.
You can tell these are a bunch of badass construction guys.
Not even out of breath. Look at me.
Dale, skinning a buck out on a cliff.
80 degrees. Alright guys, well, trying something new. We got a smoker in the house now, so a smoker to smoke meat, not a smoker in the house. And so I took some ribs out, saw, and got in here, discovered the heart. I was thinking about saving the heart, but it is it's weighed almost in half, so got pretty lucky on that shot.
Heavy packs make full freezers, Dale.
This is true. Delicious.
Gnarly country. We find the big gnarly bucks.
Good friends.
We're getting her out of here on our way out. Victory is ours. Woo!
Yeah. I hope a vegan buys your truck when you get it. Every time it rains, it's just going to drip blood.
Full of meat, full of meat. That one's full of meat. Those over there full of meat.
The bone collector. All right, I got all the meat on ice, loaded up. Time to go find some elk, boys.
I should probably walk.
Jason?
Yeah,
What time is it now?
it is.
I'll be right back.
Time, elk time.
It's time to go hunt elk.
We are tagged out on deer. Bring on the elk.
Bring on the elk.
We're gonna have to go to another side of the unit.
Yeah.
Dude, you nailed it.
There's a deer. I'm gonna get ready
So-
just in case that's not the only one.
So we were all sitting in the truck, and Dale got out, and there was one doe out there, and we looked at it, and we're like, okay. And then I was joking, I'm like, what's he doing? What's he doing? And all of a sudden, boom. Well, he's killing a big buck. That's what he's doing. Jason, whenever Dale sneaks away by himself, what happens?
He kills stuff. I don't know what he does, but they materialize, and he doesn't film it. I don't know what the deal is. Twice this year, he shot a big buck when he snuck away from the group.
I filmed the first one.
You did.
Oh, you guys will get this. You guys will see that. You'll see the Wyoming buck he shot. He wasn't messing around today, though. And what a cool place to kill him, too.
Oh yeah, perfect. I mean, perfect backstop, and I had time to get down here and get steady.
You had a big buck in your crosshairs earlier today, but you were smart enough not to take a shot.
Here and
'Cause
here
he was
is the ticket
skylined.
with this trigger stick.
Yep.
It's super steady.
Pretty cool.
All right, we gotta go bust out the backpacks again.
We got work to do. This one's a little bit trickier to get to. He's probably going to have to.
Well, you shot him right. He might be at the bottom down there.
He hopefully didn't break all of his rack off. I heard a lot of noise after he took off running a little bit.
Oh.
But I mean, I was able to have time to dial this up to probably 20 power, and I could see my number 2 hash, which means 200 yards in the scope, and
That should
he's
be.
not down. I'll be pretty surprised.
That should
but
be
I've said that
gravy for
before
you.
this season.
Yeah.
So. Buck's not down until you walk up on him and he's dead, I guess.
What an awesome morning. Hey, did I do a good job picking this unit?
You did a great job picking this unit, Josh.
I completely failed in archery and in Wyoming, but this unit's paying off.
This is the spot where it's steep enough that there aren't a bunch of people running around in it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. We're still not too far away from the highway. You can hear the cars going by in the background, but it's pretty remote highway. So, all right. I'm excited to see this buck, dude.
Me too.
Let's go get our packs.
It looks like a decent 3-point or maybe a small 4.
Sweet. Want me to just grab your pack and bring it to you?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, we'll do that. Stay tuned.
So we were driving up, just got done harvesting Josh and Adam's buck, and there's about another 1.5 miles of public land. I was like, well, let's just drive to the end of public and just make sure it's still before 9 o'clock. The deer usually run around till 9:30. And we happened to see a doe right here on the public land. And so I've hunted enough to know that if there's a doe, there might be a buck, especially this time of year. So I got out and hopped the fence. I saw a 2-point, which I thought was a spike. He was straight on, and I was like, I'm not going to shoot him. But I saw more deer motion, so I kept going across the fence, and I could see, I saw him for a split second going up the hill. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to try to like parallel, because they went up the ridge this way to the trees, and I paralleled down the bottom of the canyon trying to find myself a decent shooting lane. And I'd see him, a little bit of motion, and luckily they didn't go up and over. And they actually chose the one open area I hoped they would come to, and I ranged it. It was like right around 200 and some yards, 220. And I think he was right around 205, but I'm waiting and I get my trigger stick ready. First I'm kneeling, it wasn't quite steady enough, and I had time to rotate the buckle and get it down to where I could sit. And then the doe came out, the lead doe came out, and I was just holding the crosshair. I was like, maybe they're just going to follow, and they did. 1, 2, 3 does. And then finally I could see him. I could see his face in his rack behind a bush, and he was coming in the same path. And so I just waited on that path. I zoomed my scope way in, and the scope I have has hash marks from 100 to 700, so I knew I needed to use my second hash mark if he stepped out. And he did, and luckily right as he was about to go back in the trees, he stopped for a split second. I touched it off, and then I heard crash, and this is why we heard a crash. So pretty epic morning. Sorry there's no footage, but there was no time.
Look at this guy. Got stuck up in there. If this wouldn't have caught him, we probably would have just picked him up on the bottom.
In pieces.
Here comes Adam coming up from the below, up this steep ridge, getting the hamstring and calf workout. Now to figure out how the heck we're going to get him out of here. There's 4 of us, so we're going to get some ropes, get up on top here and put a game plan together. Good job, Dale.
Thanks for everything, guys. Thanks in advance for everything.